53. Let me kill some motherfuckers. Oh no. Somebody could seriously hurt themselves on that. Wouldn't want that to happen.
Dance. Glad to see you alive and well, sir.
Are we in luck, sir?
Mission accomplished. We have the transmitter.
Finally, some good news for a change. Nice work, sir.
Some good news for a change.
Aylin, Reese, it's time to welcome our newest recruit to the recon team. He shows a lot of promise. And with the proper guidance, I think he has the potential of becoming one of the best.
Thanks. I promise.
You don't have to prove anything.
Sure. So you decided to stay, huh? I got tired of... Too bad. I was getting...
Reese, that's like it or not, and you, we're not so... If you intend...
Don't worry.
Perfect. I only ask you fall in line. Now, before I... From this moment forward, this is only a training.
Fair enough.
Outstanding.
Ad Victoriam.
He doesn't even...
Ad Victoriam.
He doesn't even know what that means.
Now,
Scribe?
Reese still giving you the cold shoulder.
I can handle it.
If you could.
Uh-huh.
Reese bleed. If anything else.
Is there something between the...
When I first joined up, I thought there was a little...
Right. Mm-hmm.
Look, if you're... So, are you ready to take on your first...
Ready.
Great. Here, this should cover... Good luck.
Excuse me.
All right, out with it. What's your game?
Just to be better than you.
Game? What do you mean?
I can usually size people up at a glance, but you're not the military type. So I can't figure out why you're sticking around.
The Brotherhood might be the best chance.
Well, as far... Look, but if you step...
Uh-huh.
So, ready for your assignment, hero?
Ready.
Then listen, I'm talking about mutant. All the... Don't come back.
Don't come back until the job is done.
Paladin dance.
The sooner Halen gets that transmitter installed, the better.
What do I gotta kill? A bunch of feral ghouls. Oh, you just step out here and then you turn left and... Oh!
What's that?
Violence protocols engaged. That's the last of them.
He tickled me. I didn't appreciate being tickled. Let's see. What should I eat first? Whatever caps off my health, I guess. Oh! I almost missed my stop. Because it's a train station. God, jokes suck. Hey, we're heading into hell.
This area appears to be unsafe. We must proceed with caution.
We must proceed with caution.
We may have no more hiding for you. Not much of a threat after all.
I mean, you say.
Here, over here.
I wanted to shoot him.
Nice.
I agree. I agree. Shotgun shells are always a good little find. You think they do not tamper with Protectron stewards? They have feelings too. Money. other money. God damn fucking robot.
Can we move along? I don't want to get any of this mess into my circuits.
Sweet. Yo, psst.
I'd be happy to help if I can.
Here. Hold.
Understood. Please be careful.
Please be careful.
Like,
Sir.
like you actually have some sort of capacity to worry about me. Oh, such a relatable character. I can completely identify with the robot. Hey.
Yes.
Wow.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Hey,
I'd
come on.
rather accompany you, but it's your decision. Opening fire! Hopefully, that's the last of them.
Unidentified intruder detected.
Oh God.
Search.
Not what I meant to do.
Let's take them out!
Oh, the new good cherry. Oh no. My hundreds of bobby pins. And that was my
Got
favorite
it.
one.
Get him, sir! That was amusingly simple.
Well, that's it. Hey, we're done in here, huh? I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll ignore that, but I'll take that because, hey, antiseptic goes a long way. And bullets. Who can't have enough bullets? Back so soon? Come on, Reese. Throw me a slightly bigger challenge, would ya? Hey! You've got nothing. Well, you have something, but it's not much. This'll give me just enough experience to reach level 54. You're not the fucking person.
You still here? I'm pretty certain I gave you a mission to complete.
I'm pretty certain I gave you a mission to complete.
About time you showed your face. I take it that area's clear?
Oh yeah, just getting some drink.
Affirmative.
Keep it up. Here. Now report to Paladin Dan.
Level 40. No, wait, level... Yeah, level 54. Fuck yeah, 54. I forgot how to count.
Hey there.
Ready to clear out some abominations?
Hell yeah, partner!
I'm ready.
Good answer. I'll mark the location on your map. See you when the target.
Cleansing the Commonwealth. Welcome back. My name is Paladin Dance. We're the Brotherhood of Steel, and we get our asses handed to us in the Commonwealth. Just like you did.
Ready.
Out. Over the years,
Outstanding.
the last squad went in through.
Paladin Brandis's team?
That's right. You found them then. What happened to them?
This was a team of 9 men near Malden.
Yes, that's right. What happened to them?
Paladin Brandis was the only survivor.
I should have known. Oh.
I'm worried about him. He's paranoid, unstable.
I'm not surprised. It's a miracle he survived at all. Is there anything else we need to discuss?
How will the brother...
They faced their... That is what it...
Do you want their holotapes?
Yes, I'll take them.
That's all.
All right. I'll prepare a full report based on your investigation. Under the circumstances, there's not much I can offer you for your service.
Sure.
This was no easy mission.
I mean, some experience would have been fucking nice. Oh well.
Paladin.
I'm busy right now, Initiate. Perhaps we'll speak later.
Hey, that was no easy mission. Give me a fucking promotion, motherfucker.
Get moving. That location is
Scribe
gonna kill
Halen.
itself.
Can't wait to see what you bring back. The location sounded very promising.
The location sounded very promising.
Well, there's Vault 80 fucking 1. I know where 75 is. Oh, look, there's Vault 88. You want me to go down there? You fucking yuts. I will be taking my time with you guys in the future because we gotta deal with the Cambridge. I mean, pretty sure Came is C-A-M-E, but yeah, let's just pretend the E is invisible, I guess. America, almost 250 years removed, and still using those British English pronunciations. I'm sorry, English. Apologies. Apologies. My apologies. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's right. I died in a hospital the last time I was playing. Man, what a sad way to fucking die. In a hospital, no less. And then there was some church with a pastor of some sort. You're still talking? God damn, please. Don't talk anymore.
Picking up something.
Hey, we got a runner.
Any idea where they went? Powering down weapons, sir.
Oh, you were getting attacked by mongrels? That is awesome. Just like my hometown, dogs wandering the alleys and the streets. We don't mess with wild dogs around here. No. If they're wild, stay in your car until they leave. She's detected something. I don't know what she's detected. She got up and started walking. It's usually a sign that there's a little something else going on. Well, hello, Mr. Smith. Oh, these cats. They have their patrols. I love them for doing their patrols. Oh, right. Some asshole with a rocket launcher blew me up. I don't know if he just did it to add insult to injury.
Gotta be an end to this someday. For now, gotta do what I gotta do.
I suppose. That's one way of looking at your sad fucking life as a raider. I mean, you could always join the Brotherhood of Steel. No, you're a raider. You're a raider till death.
The terminal's got this locked.
Yeah, it does. Is it drug? No. Darn, mail was gonna be my second guess. Is it path? Oh boy. Is it raid? No, no, no. That is highly unlikely. But it is a fact that it is not fact. Oh, wow. It is raid. It can't be. Oh, no. Aw. I hope I get it this time.
Nice.
Oh, thank goodness.
What the? What? Incoming! When you turn up, you're dead. Scared, huh? You should be. Well, I know you're here. We'll find you.
But will you really?
We may have an enemy nearby. Target down.
No, you give up. Don't tell me what to fucking do.
Mindful found the target again.
If you can,
I'll take
please,
care of that.
please just take a couple missiles on my behalf.
That's it.
Hopefully the reward will be worth all that effort.
Turrets. Still possesses more intelligence than the average raider. Uh, uh, uh. Ah, a collectible baseball. Bunch of, unfortunately, junk items. And how I love my junk. Oh, whoa, a whole beer? Whew. I'll drink that. We still have some potential, threats to take out. That's a good sign for me. Aw, I'm peckish and thirsty. Oh wait, no, I'm parched.
Well, let's do something about that, shall we?
Let's see. I suppose. Well, that'll explain quite a bit. We'll drink some water. And then, oh wow. I do not have as much food as I thought. Let's go ahead and just eat a Deathclaw steak, I guess. And then eat some grilled rad stag. Whoa. Whoa. The doors. The doors did a lot of cocaine. Bum 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 bum. I'll take all the money. Well, that's a fun way to store your gun. In the magazine rack.
I've never lost anyone before. This feels...
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
It was him or me, man. Him or me. Go ahead, sit in my lap. You know you wanna. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's getting extra spicy in here. Yeah, it's really hard to hold my controller when you're trying to constantly step in my arms and between my arms. And I fucking love you, cat. Oh, that's right. I leveled up. Railroad agents? Well, I'll be. Oh, that's right. I blew somebody up. Hey! It'll get... Psst.
Hope you find what you're looking for.
You can take all of that off my hands and all of that. And you can take all of this as well. All of it. And most importantly, take it all like a big girl. Now fuck off. I got work to do. Oh, you were the unlucky recipient of that grenade. Oh, that's right. There's an elevator over there. Well, hey, you know, they fought off a synth, and that says quite a bit. All right, Ada. All right, get your tin can ass in here.
Going up.
All right, let's see. What do we got?
Sixth floor.
Gasp. Wow, 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 wow.
Find anything useful?
Oh, look, you can fucking teleport through walls too now. Isn't that just fucking lovely?
Who? Nothing there now. What do you think? Who's there? Shadows. Yeah, you're... What? Get back! I'll cover you! Okay! You'll run out of bullets at some point!
I've got more bullets than you might think.
If they're out there, we'll find them. I bet they'll be back. Can you see them, sir? Nice try.
Hey, I remember when that happened to me, Ada.
Ah, you sorry ass.
Oh! Oh ho ho! Is that how you feel? I know better than to stand right up against the wall. Oh wait, you guys look like you're hanging out in a safe spot. Good.
Switching to search mode.
Good to know. Good to fucking know. I mean, you can step a little closer to the wall. Find out what games I'm playing.
That's it for now. They're gone.
Show your face. Scary.
maternity ward. Yes, this is where Sean was born. Oh.
Stay there.
What can I do for you?
You can stay right the fuck there. While I try to figure out where this asshole with the missile launcher is.
Scared, huh? You should be.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
You're here. I'll find you.
I am scared. I mean, you got a fucking missile launcher. With a quad barrel, no less. It won't take you too long to fucking take my ass
When you
out.
turn up, you're dead.
Alright.
Yes.
Let's go.
Certainly.
I think we're a little free to move at this point.
Yes.
What a clever way to bypass that law.
always remember Chopper Dave. He gave his life to fly that chopper. Wait a minute. Ooh, that's a nice pipe pistol. Delicious carrot. Oh, I'm overweight. That's what the doctor said. I'm overweight. I don't understand. I mean, I really don't understand why this is all so complicated. You know what I mean? Oh, oh. Oh, a baseball. Oh.
Huh?
She had it coming.
Got it.
I wonder what the inventor of the bobby pin would think of its new primary use in the Commonwealth.
He'd love it, okay? We've been over this, Ada. He would love its new primary use. He would thank me for virtually...
Last mistake.
What, you're dead friends? I agree. Oh, shit.
I'll make it quick.
Hey, hey.
Take them down.
Oh. Oh, you think you're tough because you're a legendary fucking raider. Eat grenade.
Are you injured, sir?
Thurston Herber. Well, thank you for complimenting the shot. That is very nice of you. I am a fucking noob, and I don't know where the fuck I'm at to answer that question. I think this is Kendall Hospital.
Hey.
Let's take a look at what you've got.
I've got ammunition up the ass here, so carry some of this for me. Carry a bunch of this garbage for me. Oh, no. Hey, hey. Can carry that combat knife, this bottle cap mine. Somebody's in the house, I think. All the cats went scrambling.
Only a fucking coward hides.
Oh, I think so. Let's see, we'll stand up. Let's shit down. Yes, I do. I got 4 of them.
When you turn up, you're dead.
Oh, ow. Oh, man, that is a good itch on the knuckle there. Fucking knuckle hairs.
What the fuck was that?
You know, I'm pretty fucking confident that one of these assholes has a missile launcher still. Lovely stim packs, all the drugs. Give them to me. No, no, no. Yeah, they are. They're really lovely animals. They make playing some games just a bit too difficult, trying to sit in my fucking lap, but once they bond with you, that is a lifetime bond for sure. Oh, drugs. More drugs. All the drugs. And all the bullets. All the money. My day has been about as fantastic as any unemployed person's day goes. You get some interviews and then you're just happy that you talked to somebody. Thank you for asking, Mr. Herbert. Now where the fuck do you go down? That's the Oh, okay, that's why they were not hanging out down here. No, it's not the follow-ups, it's it's just more or less, not finding something that I like.
Powering weapons. Time for you to perish. Good riddance.
I can go anywhere and make money. It's
May as well take what we can.
about doing something that I can actually wake up for. I like screaming at people. don't think that's a job field, though. Not really, I don't like screaming at folks. I like math, but math is not a job. It's that and cutting grass, but you shouldn't do your hobbies for work. It just ruins the hobby. Well, and you know, when it comes to looking for work, you know, thanks to the internet, it's quite possible to crank out a lot of job applications in a single day. So, the only problem is I get hit with so many interview opportunities. I get a little overwhelmed with my schedule and becomes a bit hectic for me, but alright, now you're gonna sit in my lap again. Great. Thank you, I love you, thank you for sitting finally. You are my favorite one. Don't tell the others. Although I'm sure they know. Okay, so I certainly wasn't supposed to come to this location quite yet. Where's that elevator at? This way. The job market isn't too bad. It's just yeah, I mean, I'm hitting probably 10, anywhere from 5 to 10 interviews a week. It's just, again, finding something you want to do as opposed to just finding something to do in general. I could make 10 bucks an hour. I could make 30 bucks an hour. It's not about the money. It's about finding a reason to want to get out of bed. Did I go up or down? I went down. Sweetness. Where is over there, though? I live on the North Coast. Based on that name, that is an English sounding name if I've ever heard one. Thurston. It's right up there with Tobias. Isn't that right, baby? Yeah. Oh. Scalp massage, yeah. Scalp massage for the loading screens. Eating spaghetti is my passion. All the spaghetti. Well, I love comedy, which is why I do stand-up, but that is not something you can quite make a career out of, so...
If you find any spare parts, you be sure to let me know.
I guess that's why they say don't quit your day job. Oh, it's just an expression. You know, if you're an artist, just make sure you hold on to your day job because you can't eat your paintings. If you like to skateboard, keep working your usual job because you can't eat your skateboard. If you like bicycling, you can't eat your bicycle, so make sure you keep doing your day-to-day job. It's alright to do the things you love and the things you're passionate about, but you can't eat love. And, not surprisingly, love does not pay for food. So that's what it means to not quit your day job. Unfortunately, yeah. And not necessarily sad. It's more like I'm just like I'm between jobs, I'm between relationships. And unfortunately, not everybody has the same definition for love. What it means to me is not what it means to others. Oh, hey, it's alright if you're, that young. That means you got a whole lifetime ahead of you to figure more of that, figure that stuff out. I have some kin close to that age, and I tell them something similar: is don't matter how old you are. I myself am in my mid-30s, and I'm still guessing at how to live my life. most of us, despite our age, are still guessing every day. And you'll have schoolmates, I'm sure, that'll act like they've got it figured out, but just know that they're as clueless as you are. They're just embarrassed to admit that they're clueless. Several things, whether that's the idea of love or what they're gonna do in the future.
Q-tip thieves.
Yeah, they are.
Both of them.
What, this one?
Literally right now, both boys just took one and ran off. He took it out of the sink because he was cleaning the sink, and then Smith already booked it like 30 seconds ago. And he's off twiddle-a-diddling over there.
They made off like bandits with the Q-tips.
Q-tip thieves.
Hey, maybe they wanted to
Now
clean.
he's eating it.
Nah, they wanted to swab their mouths. That's what it was.
I'm gonna swab his ear. Make him want to take it again.
Well, thank you, Mr. Herbert. That's very nice of you. But the older I get, the dumber I feel. So, and I think that's pretty normal at this point. And I think when you start to feel pretty stupid, that means you're living your life right. But thank you for the compliment. As far as your schoolmates being clueless, they'll pretend to know things that they really don't know anything about. Whether that's love, what they're going to do in the future, whether they're going to go to college or university. They'll probably talk about knowing things about boys or girls that they really don't know. And it's all just genuinely because they're embarrassed that they don't know anything. Twice I have gone to those. That's alright if you don't know. I went to school for engineering, and it was not something I particularly wanted to do. It was something I was pushed to do by my family because, well, that's what they wanted me to do. Making money isn't the most important thing. Finding purpose in life is. I wanted to go to school to become a lawyer or go to school for business management, and my folks they wanted me to go to school for something they could brag about their son going to school for, which is why they had me go for engineering. And I could have been a great engineer, but it's not what I wanted to do with my life. And I found it was easier to live my life by not following their desires. At the very least, it made it easier for me to be a little happier. Let's eat some fucking mutt chops. Oh my. What? No. Unfortunately, the idea of my family isn't oh, specifically, I guess, yeah, my parents did not support me per se, but me going to college was about them, not the one who was going to college. They would rather be able to brag to their friends that their son is an engineer as opposed to just happy. So you know, that is a good question there, Mr. Herbert. I don't quite understand why they chose to do that either. Well, it's not that I don't understand, it's that I do, but I do not want to say anything negative if I can avoid it. They had their selfish reasons for doing what they had done, and I hope they can just one day acknowledge that they had done something to me that they should not have, but I will not demand an apology out of them, and I will not push them. People have to come to terms with what they do in their lives on their time, and trying to force people to apologize for things, no matter how hurtful they were, does not result in a real apology. Well, I don't know what faith you might practice there, Mr. Herbert, but I grew up in a very religious household, and that meant whatever the parents said was absolute, and that applied even if they were genuinely wrong about what they were saying. To summarize it simply, if my mother said 2 + 2 = 5, it meant 2 + 2 = 5. And there was no disagreeing with that, but in the concept of faith, it's just excessive pride. They can't say sorry because it's an admission of being wrong, and that is very much like your schoolmates. Oh, it ain't bad. It ain't bad, but how do I explain this? Yeah, it's not bad to say you're sorry. It actually says a lot about your personal character. You're right, but it's the embarrassment, the preservation of their personal ego, and how they see themselves that is, I guess, more important than doing the right thing as others might see it. And that's just humans. Humans oftentimes try to preserve their ego more so than do the right thing. It's not always easy to do the right thing. I'm actually quite poor. I made a sale yesterday, and the man offered me $60, but he misread my advertisement, and it was actually $40, and I could have taken that extra 20. Ego is a psychological concept. Ego is if you think about your instincts, that is your primitive desires to survive, and your what's called your super ego is basically how you wish to see yourself, as a Superman or a hero or the greatest person in the room, the smartest person. As far as your ego is concerned, that is your existence in reality. I don't see much in myself. I see somebody that's still guessing at life and just swinging the bat every day. Just trying to score a point at some time here, but not trying to win at everything. And I just see myself as a traveler, a wanderer that's just trying to be happy. But I gotta get up and go to the bathroom here. Too bad my toilet does not walk. That would be fantastic.
Okay? I didn't mean
I went to the bathroom because I do not have a TV in my bathroom. Oh boy. And what's got you upset, Mr. Herbert? Do not apologize for how you feel. Well, may I ask why she is being kicked out as you are putting it? Of course, you do not need to tell me anything you do not choose to. Let's see, where shall I go from here? I should keep heading east. Clean up Cambridge. She is 18 and they are mad at her. I presume helping out with like chores and what have you, yeah? Yeah. That is a difficult, well, Mr. Herbert, I can't say too much. Not the kind to really take sides in, those sorts of things, but what I can say is, unfortunately for you, that is a battle between your sister and your folks. It is an unfortunate one, but it sounds to me your sister is at that, I wish I could tell you what to do. You're a young fella, and you're looking for answers, and unfortunately, what you're dealing with, obviously you can't just read a book about that sort of thing. I used to hope that, you know, every answer I needed in life could just be picked up from a book, but you find out it ain't that way. What would I do? What would I do? I would... Man, that is a very tough question to answer. What would I do in that situation? Well, I suppose I would start by just thinking, taking a few nights to think about why my parents are mad at my sister, and it seems like you understand the basic gist of it, but it also seems like there might be a bit more tension there that puts you on the back foot. And again, it's a difficult and delicate situation. I mean, if it's a matter of, if it's...
If they lost, but not forgotten.
No. My folks are just difficult in general. They have very unrealistic expectations.
That takes care of that.
Oh, thank you.
Careful, sir. Found them, sir.
Ada is a nice meat shield for the enemy, so...
Well done, sir.
Well, I suppose if it was simply a matter of your sister pitching in and doing chores, I would try talking to my sister about that in your shoes. Ask her why she doesn't want to do the chores. And if I were in your shoes, knowing what I know now, I'd probably offer to help my sister out with those sorts of things, just to keep her going. She's... Hey, you know what I found out, Mr. Herbert? Most people do not like certain types of chores. There might be chores... Well, most people don't like to do chores because they're boring. It's as boring as wiping your butt or brushing your teeth. There's no excitement. It's not an adventure. And I get it, you know, getting your shoes dirty. There's some vanity behind that. Yeah, but what would you hate more, Mr. Herbert? Would you hate losing your teeth, or would you hate brushing your teeth twice a day? Because those are your two options. You won't lose them overnight, but... Oh, well, if he's missing some teeth, you know, it sounds to me like your old man, despite the tensions with your sister, it seems like he's got a pretty decent head on his shoulders, and he's really just trying to look out for you. Believe it or not, when you become an adult and you start looking for work and stuff, you go into interviews, the people you talk to are going to be looking at your teeth. They want to see that you take care of yourself, because if you take care of yourself, it tells them that you're willing to take care of the work that they want you to do. People judge you by your cover, unfortunately. And even though I'm sure you were taught that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, people still do. I'm not very good at taking care of myself. I'll start off by saying that much. The best way to take care of yourself is to learn to love yourself. And that takes a lot of work. Learning to forgive yourself and give yourself that bit of forgiveness and acknowledge, like I was saying earlier, that you're gonna make mistakes in life, and you just kind of have to swallow that little bit of pride that you have and say, I screwed up. I won't, not necessarily won't do it again, but I will try to do better. And try to commit to doing that better for yourself. Well, that why should that matter if he's talking to a girl though? Is it because you're interested in a classmate of yours as well? Well, it sounds... Well, Mr. Herbert, do you really need his help, though? Oh, he's just not talking to you in a general sense? He's more interested in this girl than talking to you?
That's a museum quality piece.
That is... I have been there myself when I was a young guy, and... well, those friends of yours, as they are now, they might not be your friends in 20 years. Sure, he might be talking to a girl, and it sounds, just based on a little bit you're saying, that you're getting picked on, and he's probably doing some of the teasing, as he probably sees it, and if you want, as you were asking how to take better care of yourself, as awful as it sounds, he might not be that good of a friend. You're right, it isn't fair, and I will tell you why he is doing it. He is doing it because he needs to ensure that he is not the one being picked on. And unfortunately, that means putting you in the line of fire, making fun of you to protect himself. As I was saying earlier, it's about that ego. It's about protecting that ego of his. He doesn't want to be made fun of, so he makes fun of you. And as awful as it sounds, he's probably not a very good friend if he's willing to make fun of you like that. Everybody has an ego. The important thing... So the difference between your ego and yourself as a person is being able to acknowledge your own strengths and your own weaknesses. That's what makes you a person. Now your ego, on the other hand, is protecting the way you want to see yourself as opposed to who you really are as a person. Maybe, I don't know, you might be good at soccer or field hockey, and you might have a couple teammates that recognize that, but they don't want you to think that you're that good at those sports, so they'll knock you down a few pegs to try and make themselves feel better about not being as good as you, or... Well, unfortunately, kids are cruel, and yeah, I can understand that you might want more friends. I used to want a lot of friends myself, and as I got older I realized that having a lot of friends wasn't necessarily a good thing. Nah, there's nothing gross or wrong about having long hair. You'll find a group of people eventually that'll probably think that your long hair is cool. You'll find maybe a girl who thinks that your long hair is cute and wants... Well, of course we want friends. We want that human connection, that social interaction. But one of those rules of life, I guess you could say, is to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And it sounds to me that you don't want to be the guy that's making fun of your friends and being the jerk of the group, but this friend of yours seems to not have a problem with that. I guess I'd start by trying to talk to people that I don't normally talk to. Ask. Oh, that's sweet. That is a very sweet thing. It's good for you to try and want it to be nice to everyone, and I hope you don't lose that in yourself as you get older. It's easy to be nasty. You can still be nice to everyone. You just don't need to talk to people who are being jerks to you, do you? When I say nasty, I mean being rude. I'd like to believe that's how I am towards other people, but when I get into an argument with one of my friends, I can be a little rude. Well, Herbert, out of the 3 friends that I do have, I am as nice to them as I am being towards you. And my 3 friends are that nice to me as well. It's not common, I guess, but it is nice. And yeah, when I was younger, I wanted a lot of friends. I wanted to be Mr. Popular. I had plenty of girls that wanted to date me, and I had plenty of friends. I had dozens of friends, but you get older and you realize that, you know, these people that are not so kind, they're not necessarily good friends. Maybe they're good associates. Maybe they're not necessarily bad teammates to have, but if they're not good friends, they're just not good friends. And you might be better off not giving too much of your life to them. South. We gotta keep heading south here. Well, my best friend, I've known him since I was 14, and he is a really good friend of mine. I was his best man at his wedding, and that guy has never tricked me, lied to me, betrayed me. He's never made fun of me, and even if he did make fun of me, it was in a way that he and I both understood that it was not meant to be hurtful. If you're friends with somebody and they're saying things that are hurtful to you, that's not being a good friend. A good friend might say something that would seem rude or inconsiderate, but they actually mean it in a nice way. Like for me and my best friend, we'll joke about, you know, maybe he'll say that that I'm just I'm not as... No, he wasn't mean to me at all. We certainly have had our share of misunderstandings, but he's never
Find anything useful?
been mean to me. He's never teased me to make himself look good. And I've never had to tease him to make myself look good. We let our actions speak for who we are as people. If he needs help fixing something with his house, I'm one of the first people he calls. If I need a ride or something to go somewhere, teasing is different from picking on people, I'll say that much. Picking on somebody, that's trying to put somebody down, make them feel bad, make them feel like they're less than what they actually are. Teasing somebody is, in a way, kind of showing them that you love them. Well, maybe not. A good friend certainly shouldn't make you feel bad about yourself. They shouldn't make you feel like an outcast. This particular best friend of mine has never made me feel like an outcast. And that's why we like to hang out with each other, and is not as often as we would like, because he's got a family and I've got personal obligations to fulfill in life, and we both have jobs, so we're busy. An outcast is somebody who is not involved in the group. You might be there with the group of people, but you don't feel like you actually belong with them. And they'll do this by singling you out, by making fun of you or teasing you. Oh yes, I did. For quite a while, I did not know where I fit in, and I did not know who I could trust or who my friends were. I did not know who I could talk to about things. A good friend, you'll be able to be honest with them and tell them how you feel, and they won't make fun of you for it. My best friend, I used to have hair down past my shoulders, and yeah, exactly. It takes time. It takes a lot of time to make sure, not necessarily that a person is a good person, but that they're a good friend. A good friend for somebody else might not be a good friend for you. And just because your friends might like a certain individual doesn't mean that that particular person is going to be a good friend for you as well. Unfortunately, there are people who care too much about looking good or being seen as cool or popular or whatever. And popularity is not everything it's cracked up to be. It's a thing of selfishness. If you imagine, your friends don't want to be embarrassed, so they make fun of you instead of allowing themselves to be made fun of. It is better to be a nice person, but unfortunately there are people your age and my age who worry about looking good or looking cool or just being seen as the, I guess, the general desire of everybody, as opposed to being realistic about who they are as a person. So they will virtually do everything they can to try and look as good as possible, and that includes making fun of people that they call their friends.
Safety's off. Ain't nothing. I can't see.
I've never lost anyone before. This failure is new to me.
Just had to play hero, huh?
Oh my.
Can you see them, sir?
That is unfortunately a difficult challenge that you are gonna have to face to grow as a person. You don't want to lose friends the same way I did not want to lose my parents, but I found that it was happier to be happier by myself than to be miserable trying to be what they wanted me to be. And I do understand. You don't want to lose those friends because for what it's probably worth, you've known them for a long time, and
Let's do this, metal man.
it's tough, but if they don't make you feel good about yourself, you might be better off not having them as friends, is the tough thing about it. And as some would put it, it's the choice of the lesser of two evils. Would you feel better being miserable around these people that make fun of you, or would you feel better by yourself? For me, I'm at a point in my life to where I recognize that if people are not going to be nice to me or kind to me, if they're going to take the time to make fun of me, then I'm better off not having them as a friend, and I will cut them off. And I'm sorry to say, but at your age, that is a lot easier said than done. You might worry about being by yourself, but you're not. It sounds to me like you got, some parents that care about you.
Where'd that little fucker go?
Well, I guess I could give you a more straightforward personal example. I had a friend of mine that I had known since I was 13. No, since I was 10 years old, and he would say things that were rude. He would intentionally try to get me upset, and he would do it just to have a laugh. And despite the fact that I had repeatedly throughout our friendship told him that I did not appreciate certain comments or things that he would say, it never really seemed to click or register with him that I did not appreciate those things. He did not acknowledge my feelings as his friend, and a good friend will acknowledge your feelings. They will recognize I am causing my friend to hurt, so I will stop doing this sort of thing. And I kept giving him that forgiveness because he was one of my oldest friends and I didn't want to lose him. But now that he is no longer a part of my life, he no longer has the ability to make me upset or hurt. Because some people think that other people should feel the way they do and see things the way they do. But you will not agree with everybody about every single thing in life. And that's another big part of getting older, is learning that you're going to have those differences. Unfortunately, one thing that cannot change is how you feel. And if somebody does not make you feel good as a person, that is not a healthy friendship, as it is, or a healthy relationship. If your parents had hit you on a daily basis, you probably wouldn't want to be around them. If your friend was beating you up on a regular occasion, you probably wouldn't want to be friends with him. It's you know, the way I feel about things, he did not see why I should necessarily feel that way. And well, I'm not trying to bring you down, Mr. Herbert. You will, part of being a human is just getting hurt. It's also how you learn as a human being. You have to hurt in order to learn things. You don't learn naturally that fire is hot until you burn yourself. But, and it's in a similar way, the same thing when it comes to having friends. You don't learn what a good friend is until you have bad friends that hurt you.
Going up.
But I am happier not having that friend as a part of my life, because he cannot make me feel the way he had made me feel. And it was tough at first, because he was one of my oldest friends, but now he can't do the things that upset me. He can't do those sorts of things that make me feel bad and make me feel like he doesn't respect me. And that in and of itself is how I learned to respect myself. Unfortunately, that particular friend of mine would also say many negative things about my best friend, and I did not appreciate that either. He doesn't need to say those sorts of things, but he chose to. And despite me asking him to not say those sorts of things, he continued to do it. And well, as a result, he, for better or worse, lost me as a friend. And whether or not he cares to have me as a friend does not matter to me anymore. What does matter is I am happier not being friends with him. You know, you might not want to lose your best friend, or your friend as it is, but if you are happier not being friends with him, that might be a pretty good trade. You're right. It isn't nice, Mr. Herbert. He said these things about my friend because he was being a very selfish person. This particular friend of mine had invited me and my and this other my best friend had invited me and this former friend of mine to go paintballing, and this former friend of mine took it very personally. He acted, or rather he believed that it was offensive because it was short notice, and he was under the assumption that my best friend had only invited us to get money out of us, and that was not the case at all. He had invited us because he knew that he and my former friend enjoyed paintballing. And it is unfortunate, and it was not nice, and this former friend of mine ended up telling quite a few people that that I also knew that this best friend of mine was being a very big jerk, or as he specifically said it, a very shitty person for doing that. But if somebody invites you to a party under good intentions, that sounds like a good friend. If somebody invites you to a party just to get some free money out of you, well, that's a shitty friend. But it's the facts that are more important, not the opinions. Oh boy, so that's a fun place. I wonder what's in this. Well, that looks like it might be a bomb crater of some kind. Let's find out. Alright. But with your situation with your sister, I suppose I'd talk to her about maybe offering her some help. Maybe encourage her and explain to her that you don't want her to have to leave your house. Oh, you guys are being punks. Alright, alright. Let's do a bunch of drugs.
Do not be alarmed. These robots are your allies, your protectors, and they will not rest until the Commonwealth is saved. Together, we will restore justice and bring about the dawn of a new age.
Let's see, do I got some medics?
People of the Commonwealth.
Yes, I do.
Have come to bring about an age
And what about
of
Psycho?
peace.
Yeah.
Do not be alarmed. These robots are your allies, your protectors, and they will not rest until the Commonwealth is saved. Together, we will restore justice and bring about the dawn of a new age.
Alright, we're gonna need something a little stronger for these jerks.
Have come to bring about an age of peace.
Oh, no, that's a foolish idea on my part there.
These robots are your allies, your protectors, and they will not rest until the Commonwealth is saved.
There we go.
Together, we will restore and bring about the dawn.
It's not that he didn't want to come, Mr. Herbert. It's the fact that he did not have the availability to come. He had to work on that day that we were going to go paintballing, which unfortunately didn't line up with his schedule, and that's why he got even more upset. But there was no reason for him to say all those negative things about this friend of mine. And I hope, I cannot promise you, but I do hope that one day you do have a couple friends like that. They are good people. If they're willing to invite you to go along doing something fun, they are certainly good friends at that point.
Hey, come on.
Heads up.
Follow me. Come here.
I'll get it done. Everything seems to be proceeding according to plan, sir.
He's not always a mean person. He just unfortunately ended up being very mean in that situation, and it was that situation that showed me what kind of person he actually was, and I had to make a choice at that time, which was, should I continue being friends with this person, or should I not? If he was willing to say those sorts of things about someone that nice, then what was to stop him from saying those sorts of things about me to other people without me knowing? And unfortunately, there's no way for me to know that. And, well, there is, but that's what's called gossip. And I think your age group calls it tea, sipping tea. I'm not very up on the lingo anymore now that I'm middle-aged. But gossip is for people who have nothing better to talk about. Yes, he was. I had found out that he chose to say bad things about me to people that I cared about. People that I considered to be friends who unfortunately started to treat me differently because of the things he was saying. And I did not appreciate that, so again, I chose to not be friends with that sort of person. Oh, you can run all you want, but the closer you come to me, the easier it becomes to kill you. People might gossip. Oh, yes. The friends that I do have are the ones that I want. And the ones that I cut off are the ones that weren't good for me. Oh, shoot. Ooh. I forgot to equip my grenades. Oh, man. I almost blew myself up. Oh, my. Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be the first time I accidentally blew myself up that way. But fortunately, I got a little lucky here. Oh, I didn't realize he would blow up. My goodness. He really blew up. Oh, that's because there was a car right there that I couldn't see. A pack Brahmin. But, you know, you're gonna unfortunately have the difficulty of making that choice in your future. To stay friends with this person who's rude to you and says mean things about you to other people and says mean things to your face to other people in front of other people and tries to embarrass you. But again, are you better off being friends with that person or just not having them be a part of your life? Oh, so many goodies. So many goodies. Well, yeah, I mean, if this particular friend of yours that you don't want to lose as a friend is not gonna necessarily respect how you feel, it is, again, it is a difficult choice to make. But it is one that you're gonna be faced with, whether you want to make that choice or not. It's just not gonna be an easy one. There's a lot of decisions you're gonna have to make in life that are not gonna be easy. It was not. It was not easy, especially knowing this friend of mine for 20 years. That's quite a bit of time to know someone and to have to make that decision to choose to be friends with them or not be friends with them. I don't think it'll ever be an easy choice when you have to go through that. I wish it was, but I think if it was an easy choice, it would probably say that it's not, well, either you're just very experienced with dealing with that sort of situation, or you may just not really care too much anyways, and that would just kind of tell folks that you're not the good person either. But if it's difficult for you to make that decision, then that says that you might be the good, not the good guy, but one of the good people in your friend group, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Heads up.
Yes.
Ada.
Here you are, sir.
Heads up.
Sure. Go ahead and take a look.
Good people tend to hurt the most. I can't say it's not fair. It's just that it just means that you have a big heart. based on what you're saying, it seems like you do care quite a bit. And that's only going to make things harder for you to make those decisions. Because again, you know people for a long time. You don't want to necessarily cut them out of your life, but the question, or the idea being, are you better off for cutting those folks out of your life? It might not seem like it, but
Hey! This is gonna be fun! Cover me! Dang it, you tin can!
I think any good person should try to apologize when they hurt other people. Whether that's emotionally or physically. Sometimes you hurt people and you don't even mean to.
Come back! I was having fun! Why do they always gotta fight? Ah!
But I believe that, yes, if you do hurt somebody, you should probably try to apologize to them. And if they don't want to accept your apology, don't try to force them to. Just acknowledge that you did try to apologize and that they didn't want to accept it. Unfortunately, at the same time, there's plenty of people who will hurt you and then try to not necessarily apologize for hurting you, but make the apology because it's supposed to, in a way, make the problem for them go away first, so they don't actually have to feel genuinely bad about the situation, and then they'll just end up doing that same thing again, as my one former friend had. And it's unfortunate that there's folks out there like that, but any friend worth having should probably be willing to apologize for hurting you or upsetting you, even if it was by accident, and try not to do it again. Oh, I don't know who had what when. If you know, if you hurt somebody, whether by accident or hopefully it's by accident. I would imagine you don't want to hurt people on purpose. That would be a bad thing. But if you hurt somebody by accident and you apologize to them, let them know that you truly do feel sorry, and they don't want to accept your apology, you can't make them accept it. But if you know that you feel bad and that you really are sorry, then this is, I don't know if this is an accent or what, but thank you for the compliment as it is. I have many voices, and this is just one of them. voices are a lot like farts. They come in many shapes and sizes. Well, I'll ask you a question, Mr. Herbert. If you had a choice between these two options, which of these two would you choose? Would you choose the ability to say a lot without actually saying anything? Or would you choose the ability to say a little and have it mean everything?
That's it.
That's okay. You don't have to know everything. In fact, sometimes you're better off knowing very little. And the less you know, the more you can learn.
Look alive.
What can I do for you?
Moving out.
No problem.
Well, that's nice of you to say, but I still wake up every day feeling like I don't know that much at all. If you're interested in learning about life, Mr. Herbert, I would suggest that you start looking into philosophy. Am I okay? Physically, yes, I am okay. Mentally, I hope I am okay. Emotionally, I will one day be okay. Spiritually, I am okay. Oh, that poor, poor glowing one, stuck out in the water on a little raft. Almost got him. Oh, well, that's very nice of you. I think, well, feral ghouls have a hard time tracking targets at long range, so the ability to get at me was, I think, beyond the program's range for that ghoul.
Gotta find the terminal.
Ooh, Ticonderoga. Oh, well, thank you again for the compliment. I literally have no clue where I'm at. I should look at my map. Well, there we go. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. But, no, I have not gone to Diamond City yet. I suppose that's, pretty important. Yeah, that's one of the first things I should have done, huh? Let's see. I am at an age now, Mr. Herbert, where the storyline of a video game doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Where is Sean? I don't know, and I don't care. Can I find plenty of guns? Oh yes. Do I have great armor? I hope so. But, well, Mr. Herbert, we as humans have our own stories to live, don't we? Sometimes you'll be the villain of your own story, sometimes you'll be the hero. But, I suppose the,
You there. Caravan or Raider?
Oh, wow. I mean, I would love to say Raider, but she'll probably shoot.
I'm here on my own.
Freelance, huh? Alright. Come on in, but no gunfire. Market's open. You can do as much trading as you like.
Excuse me.
Market's the white building with all the fancy columns. Always someone doing trading there.
Hey.
Hey.
But at this point, Uh, that's okay. You might not know what I mean for another 15 years. And you don't have to know. I agree, the story is cool in video games sometimes. I guess for me, it's just that these are characters that I don't necessarily relate to. I'm sure some games have, I don't know if Fallout 4 has a very good storyline. It doesn't... I don't feel like I can relate to these characters. But I'm sure there's other games out there.
You there. We need to have a conversation.
Of course we need to have a conversation, because you want to be my best friend. I can relate to comedians and comedy more than I can.
Did you nod off, or what?
You got my attention.
And you got my attention by poking your nose into my business. Specifically, by shooting up a place called Parsons State Insane Asylum. A place that happens to be owned by my boss.
Oh, whoopsie-doodle. I remember shooting all the guys there. That was fun for me. They gave me plenty of experience and ammunition. Man, they were some pretty tough fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that place.
That's nice. You did a lot of damage.
I have not
but
played
I don't hold any of that
Bloodborne.
against you. Part of the cost of doing business these days. I took the trouble of tracking you down
Comedians that I
because I'm
like.
always looking for people that can handle themselves in dangerous situations. Seems like you may fit the bill.
Well, as far as comedians that I like, George Carlin is a good go-to comedian. Bill Burr is another
I don't mind
good
danger,
comedian
so long as I get paid well enough.
that I enjoy.
You will be well paid. I can promise you that. By the way, I'm Edward Deegan.
There's another
You'll
fella
mostly
by
be
the
working
name
for
of
me,
Lewis
but you'll
Black.
need to talk to my boss first. His name is Jack Cabot. He likes to personally interview everyone I hire. He's careful like that. Come down to Cabot House in Beacon Hill and ask.
But I think I just kind of
Wake up, Commonwealth.
relate to those fellas
Since
because
they're not
I
your
do
enemy,
comedy.
They are victims in this war as well. True, they were created by the Institute.
Yes, I will once I have finished Fallout 4. And by finished Fallout 4, I mean
So join with us
get the
fighting
platinum
the
trophy.
Institute. Join the railroad.
What kind of
When you're
jokes
ready
do
for that
I
next
tell?
step, don't worry. We'll find you.
Ammo, weapons, and messy death. I got it all.
I tell jokes that are not appropriate for 13-year-olds. Well, that's nice. But there sure is certain things that you probably should not hear from somebody until you're of an age to where you will properly understand what is being said, and that's not to say that you can't understand certain things, but
perfect.
That there are certainly some personal experiences that you'll need to have as you grow as a person before you'll be ready to hear the jokes that people my age might tell. Comedians, we are not necessarily bad people, but we have a dark place in our minds that is not necessarily meant for young people like yourself. Even if you didn't tell your parents, I could get banned from YouTube, so you're definitely better off not hearing my jokes right now. I mean, I certainly can tell you some cleaner jokes, but those are not the kind of jokes that we as comedians necessarily like to tell each other. Oh, I cannot. Please do not tempt me. If I were to tell you some of these jokes, I'd probably not necessarily get sued, but just arrested because they're that inappropriate. No, they're not mean. It's, they're jokes that you probably shouldn't hear until you're of age to drink alcohol. Well, I killed Tower Tom. My friends do like my jokes, but we are all in our mid-30s, so there's things that we can say to each other that we would never say around teenage people or even small children. God dang,
I'm half tempted to join the railroad with all this shit.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, you. Talk some sense into my numbskull son. Getting involved with the railroad is just trouble.
Trouble?
What's the railroad?
The freedom fighters, willing to risk their lives for synths. And that means they fight the Institute. Only ones that do.
What? You think that's noble or some bullshit? That just makes... No son of mine is going to throw it...
And what are synths?
Synthetic people made by the Institute. Look so human you can't tell them from us.
They're monsters is what they really are.
And how do you know that? Have you ever met one? If you can't tell who's a synth or not, they can't be all that bad.
Hey, this is between the two of you.
We got a good life here, and you'd throw it all away.
All I do here is help crusty old caravan hands, no offense, go blind off rot gut. At least the railroad's fighting the Institute. And why not save synths?
Might as well go off and join the Death Claw Preservation Society.
Haha, that's a good fucking line. I like that. What do I play? I play chess. I like chess. I like board games. Growing up, me and my friends didn't have a whole lot, so we threw rocks and sticks at each other. Dungeons and Dragons is one of my favorite board games. Otherwise, I'll play a nice game called Zombicide. It's a nice cooperative game where it's you and your friends versus a bunch of zombies.
What did the Institute do to you?
Ah, Gary. He is, well, was one of Cricket's hired guns. He hits the road and comes back to find his wife missing.
Yeah, so the Institute kidnaps people. I'm not saying I like it, but the world's a dangerous place. It's not your job to save it. And
I
dealing
don't
with the
play
railroad,
as often as
the
I would
Institute.
like to.
Might as well put a bullet in your own damned skull. It'll just save you time.
I wouldn't mind getting some service here.
Wear my manners. If you want a drink, talk to me. Need a bed?
Hey there.
But
Don't be shy. You don't order fast, we won't have much booze left.
You have any work?
Well, there is one thing.
Dad,
Dungeons
you're not
and
gonna send him on that
Dragons
same wild
is
goose
one of
chase.
those
He brought it up, not me. As I was saying,
people like to
before us
compare
Savaldi
it
started
to
slinging rot gut for thirsty caravan hands, we came from a
Skyrim
line of
or
Minutemen. My grandpa,
Oblivion or
Prince
the
Savaldi,
Elder
was the
Scrolls
last.
series.
He died fighting
But
raiders just outside Malden. If you could find any
Dungeons
of
and
his personal
Dragons
effects,
requires
it didn't mean the world
reading
to me.
and math.
If the price is right, I might help.
Malden ain't the
And
safest
beyond
of
that,
places.
just some
I
imagination.
suppose I could spare 200 caps.
But when you get the right group of friends together to play Dungeons and Dragons, you can have a lot of fun. And it's actually pretty cheap to get started. I don't know how much the books are. I've got quite a few of them here from different generations of the game, but I used to have a group I played with, but we have different schedules, so we haven't played for a little over a year or two now. And sometimes that's just the way life is when you're an adult.
I'll find your grandpa.
Just be careful, all right?
But as far as playing Dungeons and Dragons,
Need a place to stay? Grab it before someone else does.
This some kind of...
I prefer the term flop. When caravans... So did you want one?
Not interested.
Might want to hit Pa.
but if you can find a group, you'll run into one particular problem, and that is well, it's not that anybody deserves to play or do things more. It's the aspect of having responsibilities and taking care of those things that you need to take care of. I've got cats to take care of. Some of my friends have family. You know, it's some of them have their own kids, and you got to take care of your pets or your kids or your wife, whatever it might be, before you can have that bit of fun when you get older. But no, unfortunately, I do not have kids. I certainly wouldn't mind having my own kid to beat once in a while. Of course, I'm joking. I would not beat a child if I had
I'm
one.
Meg. You new to the hill? For 10 caps, I can give you the tour. Nobody knows a place like me.
Like this kid right here, you know, oh man, I could get this for free, but just for the extra experience.
Sure,
but,
I'll take the tour.
Caps up front. Thank you. The market's in the back, bars in the corner, and the outhouse is over
the... Fuck. Little shit's a scammer is what she is. No, of course not. Only if they were under the age of 3 would I beat them. Again, that's a joke. I would not actually hit a child. And this is what I mean, Herbert, Mr. Herbert, is that these are jokes that adults will tell. Well, Mr. Herbert, the idea of a joke is that people expect one particular thing. Your expectation
Grab it before
is
someone
that
else does.
I'm a nice person with a good heart, and so your expectation is that if I had a kid or have kids, that I would not hurt them. But the joke then ends up being that I would do it, even though the reality is that I would not. And it only sounds mean when you think that I would actually go ahead and do that. But if you take into consideration that I would not actually hurt a child, well, then that's when it becomes
the white building with all
a
the
joke.
fancy columns.
And that's
Always
why
seems
I
to be
can't
trading
tell
there.
you the jokes that I tell when I do comedy. It's something that you learn with age as well. Well, give yourself some time. A lot of comedians like myself, they might be upset, and that's part of telling jokes, is knowing your audience. If you tell a joke like that in school, you might have to talk to a counselor or something. You tell a joke like that at home, you might have to talk to your parents, and they might have you go to a therapist because they might think you're some psychopath looking to hurt children. So yes, you do kind of have to know who you're talking to and what kind of jokes you're telling. these are jokes I certainly would not be saying if I was at work, because I could get fired. And that's okay. Like I told you, Mr. Herbert, you're a young fella. You've got a whole lifetime ahead of you to figure things out still, and there's no reason to rush to try and get things done. I mean, one of my oldest kin, she just graduated high school, and she her folks were a little disappointed with her because she was in a rush to try and do some of those adult things. Adult things being in a bed, and they were pretty mad at her, but I told her what I would probably tell anybody her age, is that you got your whole life to figure out how to do things in bed, but you only got one life, and you only get one shot to try and do your best and do things right. And I try my best to remind her that we're all just kind of guessing. Like, your father wants you to brush your teeth because he doesn't want you to be like him. The in bed means doing things with somebody that's a little more than just kissing. I think that would be the nicest way to say that. Yes, you can, and just know, Mr. Herbert, that you're probably better off just keeping it at kissing. There's a whole lot of problems that come with going beyond holding hands and kissing. A lot of problems. This is probably something you should, and I strongly recommend, if you're a boy, Mr. Herbert. I'm sorry if you're a Mrs. Herbert or Miss Herbert, but if you're a boy, talk to your father, and if you're a girl, talk to your mother about it. This is certainly not something you should be talking to some random nut job on YouTube about. Your parents, they've lived their lives for this reason, to give you that particular bit of advice and guidance. Then I strongly encourage you to talk to your father about these sorts of things. I am not the person you should be talking to about this sort of stuff. As much as I would love to help you out with this thing, I hope that you can understand that this conversation is something that is your father's job. It is not something that I should talk to you about, because I'm sure your father would like to give you his advice on the matter, as opposed to you getting your advice from some person on YouTube. If I were a father myself, I'd be very upset if I found out that one of my children, no matter how old they were, was getting their advice from some guy off of YouTube. Then that means he has the time to talk to you about this stuff. And I'm sure he does want to talk to you about this sort of thing. He just doesn't know where to start. It is a difficult conversation. And if you're really wondering that much, I suggest you talk to your father and ask him what happens after holding hands and kissing. Again, that is certainly not something I should talk to you about. It's not bad. It's actually a very normal thing. It's just that, yeah, it's only bad insofar as the fact that I am not your parents, and that it is not my job to tell you these sorts of things. God dang it. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I've got to do something. Oh boy.
Fucking cow!
Oh, why? I certainly know, Mr. Herbert, if I had my own children, I would rather be the person talking to my kids about that sort of thing than finding out that they were talking to some other person about that sort of stuff. I wouldn't necessarily be upset with my kids so much as I would be upset with the random YouTuber. Well, ask your father. Well, thank you, Mr. Herbert. I'm trying my best, as you might be able to tell, to not cause any problems, not just for myself, but for yourself. But if you're, let's see, 13, my guess is that your father is about near my age, and you might want to just ask your dad if you can talk to him about the birds and the bees. I guess might be something that he would call it and know it as. And thank you for saying I'm being nice. I do try very much so to do my best to take people into consideration, and yeah, maybe surprisingly, but your parents. I don't know your parents, but at the very least, I want to be able to respect them and their job as your parents to do what they need to do as your parents. It's difficult, but it's something that comes with age. When I was your age, I tried to go to my parents for help. My father worked, unfortunately, when I was 13, Mr. Herbert. My father worked 12-hour days, and so I didn't get to see him much at all. And my mother, she was in a wheelchair when I was 13, so I spent more time taking care of my mother than hanging out with friends and having fun. Oh.
Why would they install a turret to guard a broke one? Good point.
I try to remember that they were doing their best, and even if my mother was in a wheelchair, she was a good person, and even though my father wasn't around much for me as a kid, like I've said so many times now, he was doing his best, and he was just guessing like so many other people out there in the world. It is not an easy situation.
Man, please don't be ferals again.
Hey!
But
Nothing there now.
it seems from what you're telling me that your parents are pretty decent people, and if your father doesn't want you to be like him, well, that sounds like a good father to me.
Fucking seeing things.
He wants you to avoid making the mistakes he made.
Show your face! Come on! Time to reel him in.
Oh no, I took all the pictures down. Whoopsie-doodle.
Keep your eyes open!
Well, let's see. Catwalks. 0. No, barracks ain't gonna work. Mechanic ain't gonna work. Messages is also a failure. Cellular. Ooh, close.
Got it.
There it is.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
you're here.
Well, if you know I'm here, then why don't you get me? Come on. Come on.
So dead.
Intruder, identify yourself. Attention, citizens. You may now resume your normal activities. Law and order has prevailed.
Oh, man, come back! I was having fun!
Oh. Oh my.
Now. That's what I'm worried about. Come on. It's over. They must have run off. You can relax. I'll fucking relax. Put a right fucking relax. Got it? I got it. What the hell was that?
Sure, mother.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah. Ba-boom. Aw, I missed them both big time. There we go.
Get down!
Identified intruder detected. Beginning search.
I already killed your leader. You wanna die too? Fair enough.
Normal law and order has been restored.
Papa, baseball. Wow.
Message to Alexander Strelnikov. My esteemed Mr. Strelnikov, I know someone of your profession values discretion above all else. But I have to honestly say, screw that. I mean, come on. One bullet, halfway across town, and you blew Ron Treviot's head clean off.
No.
You, sir, are an artist. Are all the assassins from Russia as good as you? I seriously doubt it. But listen, your secret's safe with me. Eddie Winter, signing off.
Through.
Luke Paul Jackson. Opie Hurst. Jake Reds. Well, that's not fun. Well, it seems the comments have scrolled themselves in a way I do not care for. It's like I lost half the conversation there.
Nice.
That's not...
Attention. This is now a combat zone.
That's not cool at all. I'm sorry, Mr. Herbert, but if you're saying anything, I unfortunately cannot read it. I think my comment threshold has hit a cycle limit, so I can't see whatever it is you might be saying at this point. So if you are asking questions or saying something, I unfortunately cannot read them. If you give me 10 minutes, Mr. Herbert, I will see if I can't fix that issue. Ah, there we go. Yes, I will be streaming more. I stream at least once or twice a week. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Herbert, and you have yourself a good night. Good night to you.
Sweet.
Oh my, cigarette cartons galore.
Detective Valentine. Nick. Listen, I'm sorry. You've got every right to be upset. But you need to believe me when I tell you I had no idea. Operation Winter's End was my baby. I believed in it. I still believe in it. They kept us all in the dark, me included. I got briefed this afternoon. They laid it all out. The whole thing. Winter's deal with the DA, his agreement to bring down the other families, his idea to record the holotapes and incriminate all known associates, and them needing a legitimate op and a real task force to make it all look like Winter was the focus. It was the plan all along, Nick. There's nothing we can do. Winter was a stoolie for the feds. He reported directly to the BADTFL, all on the books. For his cooperation, Winter will be granted total immunity. It's over. Effective immediately, Operation Winter's End is to cease all investigations and operations. The task force is hereby disbanded. We played our part, pal. Not the part we thought, but hey, it happens. Now we're just another box in the file room. Nick, listen to me. Everything that's happened with Winter, with Jenny, it's more than any one man should have to handle. You need help. Boston PD has been working with the
Got it.
CIT. Some new program they have to deal with trauma. Scanning brainwaves or some such.
Wow, that's crazy. Poor Nick Valentine, man. I wonder why he stayed a detective even 200 years after the war. Hi there. Welcome back. Who's my baby babe? Now let's see. Oh yeah. Boo-da-bop-boop-bop. Some grilled rad steak is always good. Oh, it's a cutie patootie. I love you, son. Oh. Still ain't enough, huh? That's good. Now if I can just find the typewriter that I dropped. There it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. Alright, partner. Just keep on rolling.
Fucking hide from me? You're dead!
son of a gun. Retired the day of the bomb. Just a few days before the dang bomb dropped.
Yes. Nice.
Somehow kids are still nicer than adults, though. Funny, funny shit. Ooh. I gotta get back to one of my settlements. Wrap this up here. Sweet. So basically, if I follow this, I'll get back to where I need to be. Taffington, yay.
Dog meat. Come on, boy.
So, did I lose Ada?
Yeah?
If you work.
I did. That is... Bullmerde. Wow, that is quite a few mini nukes, my goodness.
It's as simple as that.
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Easy living, this ain't.
Oh my.
That's it.
Interesting. Okay, okay. Let's see, 8 and 6 on the right. So I've got two options. Increased energy damage resistance. Yeah, I'll take that. Left leg. Force them deep pockets. Nah, that ain't worth it. Left arm. We're good here. Crumble bum. I can't believe I just did that to myself. This is gonna suck. Okay. Wow, look at that weight load. It's ridiculous. I have to go through all of this now, one at a time. Oh, crap. Let's see, we'll drop 84. Put in all the mods. Stim packs for everyone. Got butter biscuits. Let's go all the way down here. Oh wait, that was my junk. Right, my ultra jet. Best drugs in the Commonwealth. Left leg, right leg, left arm, right arm, chest, helmet, suit, ring. Oh, it was just a bandana. Or glasses. Or maybe not. Oh my. We're gonna have to call it a night here super quick. I'm getting fucking tired as hell. Yep.
Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
here. You gotta take things one day at a time.
Oh, I'm sure. Take things one day at a time. Oh, we're so close to another level up. Let's get it. Let's get that level up, yeah.
I can patch you up if you need it. For a small fee, of course.
Actually...
Let's see what I can spare.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
You want to do some trading?
How are things going?
Nothing. I'm sure I have something you need.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Great.
Yeah?
Hi.
I'm sure I've got something you need.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Let me know what you'd like.
Sure.
Yeah? Looking to buy?
Let's trade some...
Okay.